Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak, and today I got some incoming. Well, I got it yesterday when I was by my sister. Today's her birthday, so happy birthday, my baby sister. She's 72 today. But today is her birthday. It's March 14th of 2022. It's Monday. It's 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius. Our incoming, first of all, my niece got me these things to do for the children's corner, or some, I don't know where she gets all this stuff, but she gets them pretty cheap. And just keep an eye out on stuff where you can do to get your kids interested into bonsai by making little scenes for them. You know, something different. So let's put this on the side. And I'm going to show you what we have. We have a bush key lime. And then we got some unknown acorns. Now, I'll show you that in a minute. But right now, let's take a look at our bush key limes. These traveled from Florida to Colorado, and Colorado back here. So when she was in her travels for her business, her and her husband, and her husband got me some acorns from Colorado from this one vendor. But the name of it they didn't know. Well, I'll show you that as soon as we do some light pruning on this so we can get it ready, because I'm not going to plant it now because it's still cold out. Yeah. So all I'm going to do is, there's two trees in here. I don't know if you can see it. Let me bring this in closer. Okay, Tom, don't put it on the bucket. There we go. And there's two trees. There's one here and one here. So we got a branch going goofy over here. So we can make that into a double trunk maybe. So we'll take this and cut it. And this is coming out this way, so we want it to get some vim and vigor, but we'll leave that for now until we repot it. Now we're just going to cut off the dead part here and just do a little trimming along the trunk. Cut all these off. Now citrus usually back bud pretty good. I like these needle nose from ironwood because you can get in there without getting yourself cut on any thorns from the tree, if you can see the thorns on it right there. And you can see it's grown on its own root, a bush key lime. So we'll plant that later. Now this one didn't survive the cold. It's a pretty thick trunk. So let's cut it back all the way to the bottom. I'm going to use my ratcheting pruners because usually when they die back like that, they don't come back. But I'm going to cut it right above the node right here, right there. And we're just going to take our smaller ratcheting pruners. See that? 2 clicks and we got it cut. Now it still looks viable in there, so I don't know, maybe it'll grow. So let's take our needle nose and let's just scrape the bark. And it's not dead all the way if you can see it, but there is a hint of green in it. So maybe that little root will survive, I don't know. But for the time being, okay, let me cut this one back because we'll have this as a leader. Just like that. Cut the dead ones off. And we don't need this one over here. So we'll see what happens. Now you're going to see. Now you're going to say, Tom, what are you going to do with that wound? Lipstick. And lipstick lasts long. I mean, it doesn't harden a lot, but it does harden after time. But it stays moist enough to help your wound heal. Like my roses outside, they're the winter really harden the lipstick, but if you press on it, because it forms a skin after a while, if you press on it, it does, it's still moist underneath. But it's good because it just hardens off. And that's all you do. You don't have to do everything, but that's just the way to do it. And right here, just give it a little dab. Now this is wet, so I'm not going to water them. But I will plant them later in another video. We'll do them a little at a time, and you can see how nice the black lipstick looks because it's almost like cut base, in which you don't have to spend all that money on buying something like that. Lipstick is cheap. Don't get the fancy stuff. Just get ordinary lipstick. Now here's the acorns that I got. And you can see they're starting to crack. But what type is it? Because when my niece's husband asked the guy, he couldn't remember what they were, what kind of an oak acorn they were. But hey, he gave them these for free, so can't look a gift horse in the mouth. So that was nice. But I narrowed it down. It might be a heritage oak I looked at online, or an English oak I looked in my book, or a post oak, or Quercus margaritifera. Well, let me show you the pictures. See, I got this book to help me try to identify some of the stuff, because they have a lot of nice pictures in here to help you identify. So here's the one that I think it is. Or this one's a little bit too short, but it might look like this one, the Quercus margaritifera, or it could be our English oak right here. Let's see if I can get the picture better. Or it could be a post oak. I don't know, but there's I wish I would have had a leaf or something, but there was no leaves to help you identify it, or a branch. But we're going to take a chance now. We're going to plant it. So what I'm going to do is, this is just containers, Mariano's, $5 for a melon tray. So just poke holes in it. I heated up my ice pick, poke the holes in it. So all we're going to do now is get our vermiculite out. And we're going to fill it up. Now I got the cover here because I'll have to watch it, because I'm going to have to, I'll put it outside because I don't want the squirrels to get in on this. Now what I'm going to do, since they're starting to crack because they want to bust out and grow, I'm just going to take some Azus and throw it into the mix. See if it'll give it a little start. Take the top off. Just sprinkle it in. I got our Micus and our Azus in there. The white powder is the Azus. The Micus is the darker granulated powder. There, we got that on. And then I'll just take my chopstick and mix it up a little bit. Just like that. And we'll take our spray bottle, because there's going to be a lot of surface tension in here because it's dry. Now, my little trigger on this bottle was sticking. So what did I do? I took some silicone spray and just sprayed it. Now it works like brand new. So if your trigger sticks, there's like a little plastic plunger there. Just squirt a little silicone on there, and look how nice it is. It's just like brand new. Doesn't stick, doesn't do nothing. So we got this like this. And then this part here, let me hold it, hangs from the tree and drops down. So that's your bullet. So plant them in like that, and then we'll just cover them with the vermiculite and just keep an eyeball on them. And if you're in doubt about planting something, a seed, we're going to just take it and lay it flat. Try one laying it flat and see how it grows. Now, I don't know how viable all these seeds are. We'll take a chance. Some got a little hole in there. Who knows what was in there? Try to eat it. A worm. I don't know if there's a seed in there or not, but we'll just give it a shot. This will go out in the yard. And put the cover on so the squirrels don't get on it. And then we're just going to keep an eyeball on it. There we go. Just like that. Now remember, with vermiculite, usually with seed it's 2 to 3 times the thickness of the seed that you bury it. But with vermiculite, if you go a little more, it ain't gonna hurt because it's so light, it'll just push right through. There we go. Just something different to do, to try it out. And then we'll take our spray bottle, take the surface tension out. Usually with vermiculite, you don't have to do it. It usually accepts water pretty good, but why take a chance? And then we'll get our Hoss watering can and water it in. It's got a nice fine. This is good for seeds. I mean, it's pretty good. Just use your turntable. Turn around, and don't forget, garage sales. Look for garage sales, because now's the time people are going to start putting stuff out to get rid of. If you find a nice old turntable, grab it. And if it squeaks, squirt a little silicone spray into the bearings in between the dish and the stable part. And that's all you do. So watering this in pretty good. Just like that. And we got it. Make sure the seeds got good contact with the soil. Put our cap on. I'll mark it later with our marker, what I put in here and the date. Put it outside and see what happens. Now these seeds were overwintered outside, so we'll give it a shot. You never know what's going to come out of it. Because the guy who did it gave it to my niece's husband. Had them all winterized, so that's good. So there you go. That's our little video on it. On the incoming, I got some seeds in the mail, so we're going to start planting seeds. So we're going to try them out and see what happens. So today is Monday. It's comedy night. Get yourself a hot cup of tea. Let's see, there's Jack Benny, Red Skelton, Burns and Ellen, Fibber McGee and Molly. There's a whole slew of comedies out there that you can watch and enjoy the day with. And if you haven't caught up on a lot of your videos, let me see so you can see my ugly kisser here. If you catch up on some of the, you can catch up on some of your old videos, but put on some comedies tonight. Make yourself a hot cup of tea. That's when radio was radio, and just sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of the day. It's a nice day out, the sun's out, so maybe I can do some work in the yard later. First, I got 2 fish tanks to clean. So you take care, everybody, and have a good day.